A man should not be questioned why he, okay, hit his wife.
جزء من هويتنا الاعتداء على المرأة، وهالجزء لازم احنا نعترف فيه.
قواعد الوعظ والهجر، الضرب والضرب غير المقبح.
This video is going to be hard to digest. I will be showing you a few clips from official Palestinian TV on how to beat your wife. Yes, you heard me right. I wasn't planning on making this video. However, I came across these video clips when I was starting work on my next video about the Palestinian death culture, which is actually a really easy video to make because that culture comes through in so many different areas. Education, media, posters, place names, TV, social networks, official documents. Pointing out the existence of a Palestinian death culture is pointing out the connection between Italians and pizza. I will be publishing the death culture video next week. Subscribe to my channel now so you don't miss it. A large part of this death culture is a simple acceptance and embracing of a high level of violence and hate in all forms. This hatred is, of course, directed towards the Jews, but also towards other groups, such as minorities, gays, blacks, who are referred to as abd or slaves by the Palestinians, and women. Of all of these groups, I decided to make a video about women especially because I strongly believe that a society can be judged by how it treats its women. Compare how Jewish society treats women and how the Arabs treat women, and you will quickly see who is right and who is wrong. I'm really proud of the fact that Israel had a female prime minister as early as 1969, Golda Meir. And a lot of people don't know this, but the Zionist movement was one of the first national movements in the world to give women the right to vote in 1903. I take huge pride in that. Anyway, judging a society by the way it treats its women is just my thing. You can agree or disagree. Let's see what the Palestinians are watching on their TV. Now let me remind you that this is official state TV, not some random talk show that airs on cable TV in the middle of the night with 0 ratings. This is official Palestinian TV. The English translations are mostly done by a research institute called Palestinian Media Watch, which translate Palestinian TV into English. I think that what they are doing is really good because, well, think about it. You may have seen thousands of news articles about Gaza, but what you are saying has been expressly made for you in your language. You rarely get to see unfiltered materials like you are about to see here. They have literally thousands of clips, so be sure to check them out. I will be putting links to them here below.
واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن أيضا ليست بالضرورة أن تكون مختصة للزوج. من حيث المبدأ، هل نحن نعترف كأداة تربوية أن الضرب غير المؤذي، الضرب المؤدب، هل هو وسيلة من وسائل التربية؟ ما دام الله قد شرع شيئا من الضرب فهذا مصلحة وهذا خير للمجتمع وخير للمرأة وخير للرجل.
You might say that this is only one example, so here are a few more.
يعني إنه الرجل لا يصوم ولا يصلي، لكن هو من الناحية الشرعية يطلب بعد التراويح، يطلب الجماع، وقال هي ترفض يمكن للأسباب إنه أنت ما بتصلي ما بتصوم،
وهذا السبب يعني بارك الله فيها، يعني هي
لها من الناحية الشرعية.
لا هو لا، هذا من حقه، لكن نقول لهذا الإنسان يعني عليك أن تطيع الله سبحانه وتعالى، يعني فكما أنت تريد أن تقضي حاجاتك الحقيقة البهائمية أو الغرائزية، عليك أن تقضي أيضا هذه العبادات وهذه الطاعات لله سبحانه وتعالى، هي أولى حقيقة، لكن هذا من حقه ولا يجوز لهذه المرأة أو لا يحق لها أن تمنعه هذا الحق، خاصة في الوقت المباح وهو الليل.
نعم.
الله سبحانه وتعالى قال: وعظوهن واهجروهن واضربوهن وحكما من أهله وحكما من أهلها فإن يرضوا، بعد ذلك يأتي الطلاق. بعد الوعظ والهجر، الضرب والضرب غير المقبح، ويعني مثلا بيقول لا تضرب الوجه ولا تقبح، يعني مش ضرب زي ما بسمع شرطة وبكسر إيد وبسيل دم وبقبح الوجه، لا.
تمام.
هو
فرض الزوج شعر انه زوجته بتكذب، اول شيء بده يوعظها، يجيب لها الايات والاحاديث اللي بتاكد على حرمه الكذب. طيب العلماء قالوا الضرب اما ان يكون بالسواك واما ان يكون بالمنديل. والضربات بدهاش تزيد على 10، بدهاش تزيد على 10 ضربات.
If we go beyond the six stuff they say, don't hit her in the face so she won't be ugly, or the educational beating of your wife, we see a few things repeating themselves. First, they all refer to the Quran and the Hadith, the holy Islamic books. So this is not cultural behavior that is unique to the Palestinians. This is how things are generally done in the Muslim world. They are all state officials who are being paid by the government, not a few random dudes taking off the street. Another interesting thing is that they all talk about women as if they were the property of a male society, of the husband or the brother, and it is taken as a given that women need to be educated by a man and obey him. It is very, very clear that women are not seen as equal to men. Women are not only subordinate to men, but they don't enjoy the same rights either. Now, you might say that these are just a few clips and that when talking about religious matters, when dealing with texts that are hundreds of years old, there will be things that don't fit in our contemporary society. The thing is that these are not just imams talking. Violence against women in Arab society is high. Just listen to what he says here.
جزء من هويتنا هو قتل النساء مثلا، قتل النساء، ضرب النساء.
انت عم بتعمم.
لا هو مش عم بعمم، مش عم بعمم،
مش
لا
بنفس
بدي اخلص لك الجمله. جزء من هويتنا الاعتداء على المراه، وهذا الجزء لازم احنا نعترف فيه. فمش بس الاغاثه، انا برايي كل مجتمع عنده علاته وعنده بهوياته الاشياء الجميله والجيده. عندنا الهويه الفلسطينيه فيها اشياء جميله، فيها اشياء صرنا مئات السنين ماخذينها من الهويه من الحضاره العربيه اللي هي بتسيء للفرد وبتسيء للامراه. بس عندنا ناخذ بس اخر كم شهر كم امراه قتلت في اللد والرمله وهكا وغيره وغيره، يعني هذا جزء من هويتنا، جزء من هويتنا.
He's talking about the murder of women by their families in what is known as honor killing. I hate the term honor killing. There is no honor in treating women like they are your property, and then if this property brings shame on you, going on to kill it. Sadly, this practice is also common in the Arab Muslim communities in Israel, and not only in Israel. If you think that this is just a Middle Eastern thing, well, think again. The opening clip I showed you was taken from a Sharia court in the UK. I find it really interesting that international women's organizations are silent about the way women are treated in the Muslim world. Interesting, but not surprising, because many feminists in the West like to talk about the patriarchy, toxic masculinity, and leftist theories, but they have forsaken the most basic principle, women's right. In Egypt, an Arab Muslim country that is not considered extreme, more than 80% of women go through the most barbaric act that can be carried out on women, FGM. Where are all the feminist organizations? Now, why am I making a video about this? First, as I said in the beginning, women's rights and status are the best reflection of our society's values. And if I claim that this Israel-Gaza war is not about land but about culture and values, then I need to show how the values differ between the Western world and the Muslim world. This is a religious and cultural war between the values of the Western democracies, including human rights and women's rights, and Muslim culture, in which, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, democracy, human rights, free speech, and women's rights are not to be found. Lots of people are writing to me to ask if they can use my videos or part of them and share them on other platforms. Please go ahead, and you don't even need my permission. I don't hold secret documents or do exclusive research. Most of what I'm saying is the basic truth that people know but do whatever they can to avoid. So please help me share this basic truth. A society in which officials not only permit violence against women, but actually offer advice on how to mete it out is a sick society. It is so very simple. And if you want to do good beyond sharing this video, please consider donating to Meir Panim. I've talked about this charity a few times before. This week we celebrate Purim, which is a holiday that commemorates the saving of the Jews from annihilation by the Persian Empire. Actually, no. Today, like 2,500 years ago, it was the Persian officials who wanted to eliminate the Jews. Most Persians had no problem with the Jews. And today, in the Muslim world, our biggest supporters are the Iranian people. Anyway, all of the Jewish holidays follow the same idea. They try to eliminate us, we survive, let's sit down and eat. And in Purim, there is an extra emphasis on charity and mishloach manot, or food parcels. This war has many fronts, and one of them is the economic one. If you can donate to Meir Panim, please consider doing so in the link below. You will find all their projects for Purim and the day-to-day support that they offer, which is no less important than the holiday activity. See you next week. Yalla bye.